16th, 2020, live from the bubble at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Top Rank is back this week. Its first show. It will have two, one on Tuesday and one on Thursday. Tomorrow's show, June 16th, will be headlined by 26-year-old Don't Blink Joshua Greer Jr. of Chicago, Illinois, who has a pro boxing record of 22 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 12 victories by KO, TKO stoppage, 50% stoppage ratio, against up-and-coming hot Filipino fighter, 23-year-old, 5'5.5", orthodox stance fighter, Mike Magic Plania, who has a boxing record of 23 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, 12 victories by KO, TKO stoppage. Plania, birthplace, General Santos Cities, Cotabato del Sur, Philippines. Let's begin with Plania before we get to Joshua Greer, because not a lot of people know who this young man is. He doesn't have a perfect record, 23 wins, 1 loss. That 1 loss came to Juan Carlos Payano on March 23rd, 2018 in Hollywood, California. Payano is a former WBA Super World Bantamweight champion. So the 1 loss on Plania's record is to a world champion. Since then, he's kind of fought C-level fighters. He has not fought these big names or even been really tested. If there was any test in his career since the defeat to Payano in 2018, it happened in his last fight. Because he's been fighting out of the Philippines, he's been fighting in the United States. He fought in Miami-Dade County on December 21st, 2019 against the then undefeated Giovanni Gutierrez, who was 9-0, fighting out of Nicaragua. The guy at the time, Gutierrez, had a 54% stoppage ratio, and Plania got the unanimous decision victory over him and won a vacant IBF North American Super Bantamweight trinket title. So, Plania, in my opinion, is not a bad fighter. He has a lot of hype behind him, but so does Joshua Greer Jr., who also does not have a perfect record, 22 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 12 victories by KO. Greer, his 1 loss on his record came to the man who is currently the IBO Super Bantamweight champion, and that's Stephen Cool Boy Fulton, 25-year-old, fights out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So the loss on his record, also legit loss on his record to a legit fighter. If you look at it, this fight should have more hype than it really does. The Philippines should be going crazy, and I think they will tomorrow when their man Plania steps up against Greer. They're both about the same height. Plania 1.5 inches taller than Greer. 2 inches in length go to Greer. In the reach department though, Greer has a 66-inch reach, Plania 64.5. Something that will play a big role in this bout is going to be Joshua Greer's speed. They call him Don't Blink because he's very fast, not Don't Blink because he gets a lot of knockouts. Because the kid, 5'4", not a lot of fat on his body, has very quick hands. Plania, not so much. He is a good defensive fighter. From what I've seen from him, Plania is, in some of these fights, defensively, he's better than a lot of the Filipino fighters who want to go in there and slug it out against opponents. But what is on Plania's side is power. Remember the defeat that he suffered against Payano? Well, he knocked down Payano in round number 3, and he's been knocking down guys since. In his fights, the betting odds for this fight is Greer Jr. is negative 550, Plania plus 375. So the odds are in Greer's favor. He is the most well known of the two. Plania, in my opinion, can definitely pull an upset tomorrow. That's why I want to be very cautious with my prediction. The bout is scheduled for 10 rounds. I feel it's going to go all 10 rounds. But I believe Joshua Greer, the A side, will get the unanimous decision victory over Plania. He is the faster fighter, the slicker fighter, and the better boxer of the two. Plania can pack a punch. He can upset. He can end this fight with one punch. But I think Greer is just too smart, and that's why I'm going with Greer tomorrow to get the W on ESPN.